What is surprising is that such an awkward situation could have occurred between two, or rather four, with their husbands in mind, adults who have been trained for years to deal diplomatically with much more complex conflict situations. So how are they going to rule the country? But that's a matter for the British themselves. So, done. Meghan asked Kate if she could borrow her lip gloss for a few minutes, since she didn't have her own handy. Meghan gave her a surprised look and coldly declined. At least, that's how Prince Harry describes the situation in his book, The Spare One. Resentment, tears, you don't love me, etc. What really happened? Two people with different socio-cultural backgrounds and, accordingly, different attitudes met. All in all, Meghan, American, that is, from a country that has always been famous for how to say the democracy of behavior, passing into a childish directness and tactlessness, and with strangers, too. We can also remember, for example, how Meghan's predecessor Wallis Simpson met the future king, just clapped him on the arm when he tried to pour himself a glass of crochet from a vase and said enough already, that made an indelible impression on those around him and the Duke himself. And Meghan Markle is not just an American, but an American from sunny California, who is doubly famous for her easy and casual way of communication, on top of that she is also an actress, though not the most successful, but still a representative of the bohemian and glamorous environment. It was not for nothing that Meghan met Kate when she first met her in ripped jeans, a plain white shirt and barefoot, which also made a strong impression. In her circle, that's the way it is. For such a person to borrow lipstick, panties, shoes, and even a conditional blouse is quite normal. It is the norm, showing friendliness and openness, a certain community. You and I are the same blood. A lot of us did that, especially in high school or college years. Kate Middleton, though coming from a fairly simple family, has been circulating in high court circles for 15 years, where elaborate rules of protocol and etiquette have been adopted, surrounded by unwritten shades of status facets and curtsies, literally and figuratively. Besides, Kate is British, that is, a member of a nation that, in principle, behaves rather reservedly, despite her outward courtesy, especially with new, still unfamiliar people, and she is a Capricorn as well. Finally, lip gloss is a personal item, like a toothbrush or mascara. As a result, Meghan Markle felt coldly rejected when she extended a hand of friendship, while Kate Middleton was shocked, deeming Meghan inconsiderate and her actions a violation of personal boundaries. The whole problem is the difference in approach, the ice and flame. That's just it. Oh, and rarely has anyone been able to avoid some of the rivalry between the brothers' wives. It's an unpleasant situation for both sides anyway, though, because both ladies found themselves out of their usual line of behavior. And probably both ladies, if they were determined to get results, could have studied beforehand the unwritten rules of communication accepted in each of their circle, and prepared themselves morally, in order to speak the same language, or at least understand it. That's exactly what the great Elizabeth did, at least according to the Crown series. And the brothers themselves could somehow quickly defuse the situation, for example, with a joke. The surprising thing is that such an awkward situation could in principle have happened between two, or rather four, taking into account William and Harry, adults who have been taught for years how to communicate properly, including with people from very different backgrounds, how to resolve much more complex conflict situations diplomatically. So how are they going to run the country? But that's a matter for the British themselves.